New studies have shown that sexual assault on college campuses increases dramatically on game day, with some large universities reporting as much as a 45% increase in reported assaults on the days that home football games are taking place. Farron, I read and reread this story. It's from The Conversation. What I liked about what they did in this story is they didn't just say, take our word for it. They did a study of 96 Division I football organizations and campuses to figure out what's going on game day. And the numbers are startling. Where there's a game day, there's a 45% increase. If you add to that, where it comes to sexual assault, when you have an upset, where the home team has an upset, they win an upset, it gets even worse. What's your take on this? Is crazy. This is a crazy story.
This absolutely is. I mean, we're talking about something, assault on college campuses or among college students. This really has hit an epidemic level at this point. Even on days when there's an away game, during football season, right, still an 11% increase in reported sexual assaults on that particular campus. And I mean, when we're talking about some of these are schools where you do have tens of thousands of kids enrolled. And to have a 45% increase, hundreds of assaults reported to police the next day from the students at these universities, you're looking at real liability here on behalf of the university.
Well, that's where I'm headed with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's where this goes. You've got, college football is a $10 billion moneymaker.
But we can't afford to pay the athletes.
We can't pay the athletes. We keep, NCAA has to keep, but it's a $10 billion proposition. Okay. When this happens, what's going to end up happening ultimately, once you start assembling statistics like this, there's no guesswork. Somebody takes the statistics. Somebody then actually has the right case at the right time with these statistics where the university has already been put on notice. The notice is there's a trend, and you need to know this about your university. They're actually looking at 96 campuses. So let's look at a lawsuit. One of them is Campus A. Campus A has a series of assaults. 1 in 5 women are assaulted sexually on a campus in general. That increases 45% when a home game takes place. Add to that home game with an upset. The statistics are there. And so you're going to have a university that doesn't do anything about it. They're put on notice about it. They don't do anything about it. And believe it or not, there's going to be a jury that's outraged because it's going to be an awful fact situation. We've seen it time and time again. The right fact situation with the right university in the right place in the right jury. This has potential to really bite somebody, don't you think?
Absolutely. And the bigger issue here, too, is that these colleges, a lot of them, they already know this is happening. And that's why they set up these, sexual assault committees on their campuses, made up of a couple, directors from the college. And so instead of reporting it to police, they say, hey, you have to come report it to the committee. We will handle it. First, before we handle it, could you just sign this non-disclosure form so that it doesn't get in our statistics and deter people from coming to our college? Yeah. But then they do nothing with it. They don't investigate it. They say, well, look, you had a drink or two as well, so we're really sorry, but this is probably, you forgot you told him yes.
Let's play this out a little bit. We got about a little less than a minute. An event takes place, but before the event takes place, we know the university has these statistics. These are viable statistics. This wasn't just guesswork. This was done with a statistical analysis that probably would hold up in court. So they're put on notice of the problem. They then have 2 or 3 problems after they're put on notice on game day. Ultimately, they become a target. I'm telling you, somebody needs to pay attention to this if you're at a university and you know these statistics. Interesting thing is, this is only the leading edge. There are more studies being done. In game day rape is going to be a term we start hearing in the future.